Joining me right now, former Congresswoman Nan Hayward. Come on, I heard that, and first of all, my husband and I often vote differently, and I think that that's true of most all women I know. For her to say something like that, for her to assume that you're going to vote like your husband or your son because you're a woman, I mean, my goodness, no wonder she polled so poorly with women. She doesn't respect us.
Precisely. The only thing she's right about is that there is female responsibility for her loss. And if she wants to see who is responsible, look in the mirror. She is the woman who's responsible for her loss. It's one woman. It's Hillary Clinton. I mean, what she says, Trish, is antithetical to being American. The whole idea of being American is that we can make our own choices. We are not defined by our chromosomes, by our physical appearance, by our zip code. And yet Hillary Clinton persists in that frame of mind.
Because she's a victim,
woman,
right? She's a victim.
Right.
She's the eternal victim. And she's selfish about being a victim as well. Because it's not, women in general. It's women hurt her. So she's blaming them and blaming their husbands and blaming their sons.
Well, think of it. We are the passive victims of our fate. Hillary Clinton, we were supposed to be passive and just follow the woman because, well, we vote according to our identity, right? Hillary Clinton had nothing to do with her loss. It was all these external factors. I mean, that is, she proved her disqualification while she was running. She is proving it again now, the wisdom of the American electorate.
I'm telling you, like somebody, right? Look, she needs a producer or a really good consultant, someone to go in there and say, listen, lady, this is not going to play with American women. This is why American women do not like you, because you don't like American women. I mean, isn't that what this is effectively showing?
Trish, her message is disempowering. Instead of saying you can think and make up your own mind, let me present you with the best arguments. No, it is you should have voted for the woman. What's wrong with you?
And it's always someone else's fault, not hers. Nan, while I have you here, I want to get your reaction to this video from an event last month. It's just surfacing now. And we see here Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin, getting heckled, badly heckled while in a Q&A session about the economy at UCLA. In fact, this video, can we roll it here? It shows some audience members hissing at Mnuchin.
You guys get to hiss at me. I don't get to hiss at you. Okay? I administer all the sanctions out of the Treasury Department. So hopefully you're going to hiss about sanctions. Can we get a little feedback why you don't like opportunity zones? Okay. And, well, why are you here then? Maybe you want to leave. If you think I got nothing to say, maybe you should just leave.
You are a pig! You should be ashamed of yourself! We refuse to accept a fascist America! Trump and Pence must go!
What's happened to respect in this nation? I mean, granted, it is UCLA, but still, my goodness, no decorum there whatsoever, Nan.
No. Tricia, it's apropos of what we were just talking about. It's further evidence, I think, of the desire of the left to herd us all as sheep. And we have, we're supposed to march in lockstep against these figures whom we identify as people we won't even listen to because Stephen Mnuchin, why? Because he's in the Trump administration. Primarily, he represents an administration that instead of sitting back as thoughtful listeners, the way I did in college, and I didn't agree with everything my instructors said. Of course, this was 40 years ago almost, but we were told, listen, think, offer your thoughts in a courteous way, and have an exchange. That's no longer the case, as you know, Trish. Now it is suppress thought that we don't like, fight speakers whom we
and it doesn't
disagree
even make
with.
sense. I mean, at one point they were heckling him about sanctions, and he's like, "What do you mean? You don't like sanctions?
Right?
I mean,
they
you can't sanction North Korea,
right? They don't. I bet you they don't even know what they. And what I love is if any of these children ever actually had to spend time in or live in North Korea, they would be desperate to return to this country. And they've been told that, I guess, that they can just take that for granted and that somehow we have to emphasize whatever failings are perceived on the part of this country historically, some of which, yes, we actively need to address even further. But they are taught that this country is somehow the sum of its failings and not the sum of its virtues.
Mm-hmm. All right, Nan
Terrible
Hayward,
thing.
thank you very much. I still can't get over Hillary Clinton trying to blame women.
I know. Well, it's that passive, just follow like sheep. Oh, that's the woman. Got to vote for her.
Come on. All right, Nan, thank you. We'll be right back.